Okay. Hey, Cactus. Hey, Cactus. The traditional, hey, Cactus. You may have noticed we're not alone on the call today.
Wait, we aren't?
Nope. Mm-mm. You haven't noticed? I thought I was the not observant one. Like, the name
I
is right there.
who let someone into
You did.
I no, I literally didn't though.
You let some. You did.
No, no. Wait, there's someone in here with dude, that sounds like a safety concern. What do you mean?
Oh God.
There's,
Hello?
there's,
Who the
hi.
hell are
Guys,
you?
why do you have me
Hi.
trapped in the box?
Oh,
What's
oh,
wrong with
Oh.
you?
oh,
Cactus!
yeah, oh, my bad. Yeah, I forgot about
Cactus!
that part. Yeah, okay. Hi.
Cactus!
You good? You good? I remember to poke holes in there though. I remember to poke holes in there this time though, right?
Look, no, I'm not good.
Oh,
Cactus, did you trap someone in a box and then forget about them?
not again. I'm sorry. Yeah, I kinda slipped my mind, you know.
Oh
Okay,
God, I demand
well.
a tit longer now.
Anyways,
That's the only thing that can make up for it. Oh, hello.
Hello, person from the box. I'm Obsitee. I use they/ze pronouns.
Hello, it's me. I'm Mel, and I use she/they pronouns.
I'm Cactus and
Fair enough. Welcome to Quibble Co. Hi,
Yeah,
welcome to
welcome.
Chaos.
Thank you,
Welcome
thank
to
you.
chaos
thank
of
you.
it all.
It's an honor.
Is it
this
nicer
is-
outside of the box?
Yeah, this is. I'm just gonna say welcome to Quibble Co. I'm just gonna welcome to Quibble Co. Everyone. Thank you. This is kind of different, kind of a different episode, slightly. You might have
Just
noticed.
immediately into business mode, huh?
I'm
Very-
sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
That's very
I'm trying to
I'm
unprofessional.
sorry. I
You should be.
apologize.
That question was not for you, Cactus. Mel.
Hey,
Hi, Mel.
hi.
Is it nicer outside of the box? I'm so sorry you were trapped in there.
What can I say? You know, apart from being like very moist and damp,
Hmm.
it was kind of dark, but you know, I don't mind
I
it.
didn't.
It was a
I-
nice day, really. It was a nice day.
I
I kind of miss
didn't-
it now.
Why
I didn't
was
do
it?
anything to the box. Why was
Why was it?
it was
why
just a normal. It
moist?
was a normal box. Why was it?
Oh,
I just built a. It was a. Why was the box damp?
Well, I don't know. You tell me.
It's been inside since I how could it have?
You tell me.
is,
How
I
would
think this
know?
is-
I
I
was
think
just
this is
inside
why
actually-
was
the
the box
box.
moist?
I think there's actually a definitely you tell me here. I think
Well, you know.
Moving
Moving on.
I
Yeah,
I
it was.
suppose.
I don't want to talk about it.
moving
I don't
on.
want to
Like
talk
I
about
was
it.
like
It seems.
moving on. Like I was trying to say earlier before, but apparently I was wrong for doing that. Hi, welcome to Quibble Co. It's a bit of a different episode today. Just slightly though, not much. We have someone else here.
Hey, it's me.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people who are listening would probably just know who you are. But if you want to introduce yourself, I mean,
Sure. I guess so. You know. So hi, I'm Mel. If you don't know who I am, then why? But
It's a good
well,
question.
if you if you're one of those few people, I like cookies. That's it.
mm-hmm,
Really?
mm-hmm.
What's your favorite cookie?
Well said.
I like Stroop waffles.
What?
You like
Stroopel waffles? Wait,
those are your favorite though?
yes.
I still don't know what's
They're
going
very
on.
good. Yes, they're from the
Or-
Netherlands.
Ah.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
Okay.
We should try them.
Bad question. I guess we can cut this
There
part
seems
out.
to be a lot of controversy, and I'm just kind of sitting
Alright.
here.
No,
Like, I don't
it's
know what's, I
really-
don't know what's, I
okay,
don't know what's
okay, it's
going
like-
on. I'm
it's
just
like-
gonna.
It's like a waffle. No, it's not a waffle. It's like a thin waffle, and then it has like caramel.
Oh,
It's
I'm
from the
literally eating
Netherlands.
those right now. I wish I was joking. I literally buy these all the time. I have I have them. That's what I was eating before the recording.
That's
Doesn't
the
know the
plastic you
name.
were being annoying with.
I
see.
wish I was joking. I literally wish I was joking, but I looked over and went, "Oh wait, hold up."
Legitimately, it's been a while since I've had stroopwafels. They're very good. I usually
Oh,
get them
they're
on plane
so
rides, though. I saw
Oh,
them at
yes.
Costco once.
Oh, Costco. Oh my
Imagine.
God.
Shut the up! I could buy them in bulk.
Y'all have both had a good amount of time spent in America, haven't you? I'm just realizing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
This is odd.
Ha ha. Canadian.
Canadian.
Oh,
No,
God.
I
Imagine
was
living
very
in the
close to.
north.
I was very close to Canada one time.
Hmm.
It's right there.
I think the
Right
closest
there.
I've ever been to Canada was I want to say North Carolina, but that's not right. It's South Dakota.
Okay.
It was the opposite.
Y'all got too many. I've said
It's-
I'm not gonna get into this rant. Y'all got too many places.
You're right, but like North Dakota and South Carolina are opposites, and you can't argue with me on that.
I don't
I don't
even
know
know.
geography.
I can't even. Yeah, I can't even argue with you on that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have no
got
clue.
nothing
Okay,
left.
great, good. I'm uncontested for once. Anyways.
For one.
Since we're on the topic of being from different places, I've noticed this with a lot of people. What are you guys' names for like math classes and stuff? Because they're all
Math?
organized differently. Yeah.
Math. That's the name. It's math.
Like, do you want it in
It's math.
Spanish or something?
It's like it's not like algebra and
No,
it's
it's
math.
just
now
math.
It stays okay.
geometry and
It stays
calculus.
math until you get like very late in schooling here. You'd have to be like pretty late into high school or take like it'd be advanced courses. Otherwise, it's just math for a really long time.
Yeah, it's just math from first grade to last grade.
For us, no, there are
Really?
like specialized, but like they're not common. It's mostly just math. It's
It
mandatory
changes
also
in
every
seventh.
year.
It changes after seventh grade for us.
It's also a mandatory thing for most of your schooling. So like it's just math.
Just math.
I mean, yeah, but then we have pre-algebra and then algebra and then geometry and then algebra
I
2
know.
Well,
and then
you see
trigonometry
those,
or
but like,
calculus or statistics
like in
or
math.
financial algebra.
I think that these are all things that are included in math.
yeah, because it's math.
Well, yeah, but like, how do you know what math you're learning?
You're
'Cause they
learning
tell
math.
you.
We have units. Do y'all not have units when you learn? Like, do you just go in
We
and it's like, we're
have
doing
units,
algebra?
but there's specific subjects. Algebra
Well-
is different than geometry.
Oh, I know the subjects. They're just
Yeah.
all included in math.
yeah. It's like you go
am
into
I
math
getting-
class.
Am I getting teamed up on here?
Yeah. 'Cause
Yep.
what is your question?
You just go into
It's-
math class, and it's
Go
like
to math.
we're gonna see algebra today.
Yeah.
That's
like,
it.
They'll tell you what you're doing.
thought
Like
it
you
was
know
a-
what you're doing, but it's
I thought
just
it was a
math class.
question.
Yep.
You cover like and everything basically over the like course semester or year or whatever. Like you cover
But
it.
isn't it divided into subjects? Like, you probably aren't going to be learning calculus and algebra at the same time. It's not divided into
Wow.
subjects.
That depends on the teacher, but yeah, usually no. For me at
well,
least. For me at least. For me.
I have to. I don't know. My is weird. My math
we're-
is kind of weird.
We're spending a lot of time talking about
Oh.
math, and I'm just man.
Go ahead,
Man.
introduce a different subject, or I'll do it.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
And you
there's
know
a
what my
lot of
introduction
talk.
is.
It's not my strong suit. It's not my strong.
Talking is your strong suit. What do you mean?
No, I mean math.
Math.
Oh.
Okay.
That's fair.
It's-
Math is
Gross.
great.
That's great for computing algorithms and stuff, then. I'm sure you're really good at it.
Okay, I have one.
You didn't even finish the word.
What's a non-English word you guys like?
Specifically, I thought of one, but I can't include that because this podcast has
Is it the
morals.
French one?
It's a French word, yeah.
Oh no.
There's a uniquely French. I think Mel knows which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's
My
a
favorite
uniquely
word
French
is-
word, but
My favorite word is fuego. I don't know where y'all went. Mine's fuego.
yeah, I'm not gonna get into where I had a reaction.
you,
I was like,
you
yeah.
don't wanna know.
Alright.
You don't wanna
Anyway, I don't know what.
Wait.
Anyways,
What?
so like I
You don't
don't know.
wanna know?
Favorite non-English word.
Yeah.
Schmetterling.
What?
It's the German word. I
What?
think it's like Schmetterling or something. I butchered that pronunciation, but it's the German word for butterfly. I like that one.
That's so
Good word.
pretty.
German is such a harsh language, and you just go butterfly in German.
Butterfly.
Dude, German is it's so great. Oh, and it's just interesting because like the only languages I've ever learned are like the Latin-based languages. So, and I get
The
that like
best ones.
there's like a lot of influence. There's all going to be like overlap of influence, but I mean like specifically, the European like those languages. So it's just interesting to hear because it's like you'll compare them. It's like, okay, so you got all these different words, and there's just Schmetterling, and I'm like, I like that one.
Schmetterling.
That was nice. I
Yeah,
like that.
I was about to say, are you even learning German?
No, God no.
I will go
Then
and say
okay.
I like poisson.
I took one Spanish class, and that's the most I know, and otherwise it's just French and English.
Poisson.
Poisson.
I know I
Baguette.
know a little French and even less Spanish.
Hey, imagine.
I guess, are you the only? I mean, Mel, you're bilingual, right?
Yeah, if you want to count French, then go for it, but I don't think so.
No, like,
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
I'm
how
bilingual.
many languages would you say you're pretty confident in? Like, I mean,
I'm pretty confident in Spanish, English, and I'm semi-confident in French.
that's that's pretty. I mean, I
This just in, Mel is the smartest one in this call.
literally though. I am. I know like half of French. I'm not very good at it. I could tell you the words for
Yeah,
stuff. That's
I
about
know
it.
maybe a quarter, and
Quarter.
like probably less than 5% Spanish.
Bro, I know like
I'm gonna
I
be
know if you were
honest.
to like I learned those like really old like travel guides for like learning words that were never accurate.
Oh yeah.
I would
Yeah,
know like that much Spanish. It would
yeah.
be like
See,
you'd be like I'm gonna go to this. It's like I'm gonna go to this country that like no one speaks the language I know. I'm gonna learn this country. I was like I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna be like able to be talking and everything. And it's just like cat. It's just, the most
Cat.
like cat.
yeah,
Dog. Hello. My name
cat,
is.
Good
chair.
morning.
You always learn how to ask where things are. You don't know how to interpret the directions. I realized.
Hey, it's like, all
Like,
right, where's the bathroom? And then someone will like explain it to you, and you're like, oh, right. Skip that part.
Where was it again?
thank you
Just
for
an
the help. I'm gonna go the direction you pointed.
Yeah. Uh, I feel like
Context clues.
learning languages is like such a. It seems so simple, but then you try doing it, and then it's just you realize like how
It's so
in your head
difficult.
it's like okay, so you just got to
Yeah.
connect the words and like think of what each one means, and then eventually if you put enough time into it you'll know, and then it's like no, that's just nah.
No.
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 No, you want to hear it in Spanish?
No.
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 I mean,
We just
so
sounded like the birds
no.
from Finding Nemo. That took me way too
Finding
long.
Nemo. Wow.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I know
Wow.
which ones.
Wow. That
I
took me
Wow.
know.
far too
Actually, just
long.
wow.
Listen, alright? I'm on not enough sleep and too many sick
Hey,
meds.
all of us are on not enough sleep right now, I think.
That is true.
Yeah.
Let's
It
go.
comes with being a high school student, I think, usually. Just automatically.
Yeah. High school.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yay.
love high school. Let's
Love
go.
it.
I love waking up early in the morning to go in weather that feels like -30. Living the dream,
Bringing
man.
this back to
Oh.
math.
Bringing it.
Math
No,
to
why?
math.
Why?
Full
Why?
circle.
Why?
Full circle.
Uh,
Because full circles are cool.
Full circle.
Wait, you're gonna talk about the radius, aren't you?
I don't want
What's
to
the
talk about radiuses. Mm-mm.
radio?
Can I go
What's
back
a
to
subject you
algebra?
would like guys implement on school?
What?
Like, if I could, so
Like
okay,
in
wait,
these,
this is actually kind of
if you
cool.
could
That's a
add a
good question.
subject, which one would it be?
Like, if you
Like
could
a
add
favorite
any
subject?
subject into school, like,
Oh,
Yeah.
if I could. Hmm.
That's actually a good question. I've never heard
Okay.
that question before.
I know. I make really good questions.
Honestly,
If
an
I were
icon,
to
an influencer.
implement a class, go ahead.
I didn't have
That was not a full thought.
I didn't have an answer.
No thoughts. No thoughts from either of us. All right, great.
But
If I were to
Wait, I can
implement a
think of one though.
class,
I can think of one. I would think I would
I
want
have
it would
like then this.
be
Yeah, go.
it would be either D&D because yes, I'm a nerd. We've been over it.
Nerd.
Or how to quote unquote act like you're rich, and by this I just mean like
finance.
act
Accounting,
like you're actually
business
allowed
major,
to exist in the world.
entrepreneurship, like what?
Business class.
No, I mean like almost a self-esteem class. I want to teach
Oh.
people who
Therapy.
don't automatically get the
Therapy.
audacity to have audacity.
Therapy.
Therapy.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, what can I tell you?
There should be
I
a
would want-
group
okay.
therapy period. In
I
high
would
school,
want
I
a
think.
survival skills class because not because it's practical. In many cases, you don't need that information, but it's just kind of cool.
That is a lot better of an answer than mine.
It's just okay. Here's the thing. I'm taking a course in my like semester right now, basically, which is similar. It's but meant to be like it's basically a gym course, but it's all meant to be based on like outdoor activities and like all that sort of stuff. You don't learn survival skills, but it's just really cool. And I'm like, I like it, but I'm like, imagine a course which is literally just like learning that sort of stuff. I would love that, man.
Yeah, no, it's fair. What would you
Just-
implement, Mel?
I would like to learn sign language.
Oh, that's true. Like ASL, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be.
ASL, yeah.
I
think that's
don't.
very
I don't
useful.
even think. I don't even
I
think we
know a
have that
little
as a course
ASL.
in my. I don't think we have that as a course in my school. I'm not even gonna lie.
Here,
I know how to spell my name.
Visual bit.
Awesome, loved it. That's
Yeah,
great.
great.
Amazing. Yes.
Honestly,
you
I'm-
did such a great job.
I'm literally applauding an an ASL right now.
Did you guys like my alphabet song?
What?
Yes, I loved it. That was
Thank
great.
you. Thank
yeah,
you.
You're so smart. You're so smart, Ops.
Thank you. I worked hard to
Smart
learn
people.
all 26.
All 6 letters or like
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on preschool?
that's more like it. All right.
I would love to go back to preschool.
Oh, I wouldn't. Oh my god.
Preschool. Oh, awful. All my
Awful.
memories of preschool
What?
are like me crying or me hitting a kid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have
That's-
2 memories of preschool because I have very little memories, but I have 2 memories of preschool. One is me crying, and one is me literally clocking a kid in the side of the head.
Oh my god.
Cactus?
You were kind of aggressive back then, didn't you? Weren't you?
No, this guy was standing in my way, right? Okay, I remember this kid had glasses, right? He was standing in my way, and he was being that annoying thing where like you know how someone would like walk in front of you and try and like copy what you're doing to kind of stop you from moving. This was either preschool or kindergarten. I'll say it's. I know it's one of them. It's like that time period. And this guy was doing that, and I, being very small, was like, "Hey, can you stop that?" And it's like, "No," and just kept doing it. And obviously, me being very small and not knowing like how to express my feelings or negotiate a situation, I just did the same thing for 2 minutes straight. He didn't stop, and so I punched him in the side of the head.
You know what? I would do the same. Oh wow.
Oh,
To
I
like
was
right now or
very-
back then because
I was not. I was very I was a shy, quiet kid.
wait, Obsitee, you would do the same thing like now or like back then?
I don't know.
Both.
I've never experienced that.
A preschooler gets in your way and you're just like, all right.
No.
That's when I yeet the child. I don't clock the child. I yeet the
National
child.
news: Obsitee is banned from all preschools.
Oh god.
Oh god. Hey, can we actually put that as the thumbnail? Can we put that on like the thumbnail or like as the title?
No. Yeah, okay. Alright.
All right.
It's in self-defense at that point.
I felt threatened.
How would you be self-defense from a 5-year-old?
Well, if I start stepping towards them, they're gonna start stepping towards me, right? We're at some point we're just gonna plow into each other. I'd rather eat the child than run over the
You
child.
can just. You can just move.
This seems like a short person problem if you're intimidated by a preschooler.
I'm not intimidated by a preschooler.
I feel if you're threatened. Yes?
Hey.
I'm not threatened by a
Yes.
preschooler. I don't want to step on them.
So you would throw them instead.
Yes.
Okay.
What if we just meet and you think I'm a preschooler?
Imagine if you hadn't face revealed and it's just a blind meetup and Cactus just walks by because he thinks you're a preschooler.
My god.
My face reveal is my mugshot for when I throw this preschooler.
Have y'all never thrown children? They love that.
Okay,
No.
that is fair. That is a thing. But I
They
don't like.
enjoy
well,
Okay,
up-
as a
up and
game
down.
and as as for fun, not usually like a projectile.
But how would you throw a
What did you think I was
child?
throwing him like a football?
I would think
I
you know
can't-
that thing. You
listen.
know that thing. Have you guys ever do that thing like you were really young? So what would happen is so people would stand on either end of you, and you kind of reach up for their arms, and they kind of swing you. This could be just a very specific memory. I think it is,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
Yes. No, I know exactly what you're talking
yeah, no, that thing. Imagine that you're just holding out their heads, and then they start rocking back and forth, and on one swing, they just let go.
Oh.
This
You
is
have
what
a
I'm picturing.
horrifying mind.
What?
You have an
I'm a very visual
horrifying
thinker. If
mind.
you bring up a topic, I will think of I will explore it.
Let's not bring up this topic ever again in that case.
What? How is this turning into what I did wrong? You are the person who brought up throwing.
Oh.
Because I'm good at it.
Okay, moving. Now we can move on.
I don't have say in this because my arms are too weak to actually throw a child.
Okay.
I
yeah,
couldn't football throw a child, but I could probably from the armpits throw into a pool.
Well,
I have done that before. No wait, this isn't a can thing. I have.
Hey yo, what's your favorite methods for?
no.
Finish the question.
No, I would
No,
just
go ahead.
rather not actually. I would rather move away from the topic of harming small children. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, that's.
We've oversaturated it. We've talked about it too much.
Too much.
The world can only handle so much.
Oversaturated the market.
Market.
It's true.
Can
It's
we
true.
just become professional baby throwers? That would be a good business, with the entrepreneurship class,
I feel
leadership
like we
class.
should move on from this bit. I feel like it's time to move on from this
I
bit
want the
now.
that self-confidence class you brought up would really be helpful for this actually.
In what way? In what way would that be helpful?
I don't know.
Elaborate.
I can't do that. I don't have enough thoughts.
You
to
are
elaborate.
causing confusion, and you're enjoying it.
Then I am doing my job.
Of confusing, of chaos.
That is my job.
Is that your job now?
Yeah,
I thought you had an actual job.
I do. I
Oh.
shouldn't have that one. I am extremely unqualified.
I see.
My job. Okay, here's what I mean by this. If you
For
don't
legal
know,
purposes, that was a joke.
no, I'm not even joking. For my job, okay, for
You're-
whatever bit y'all were thinking of, maybe, but literally, as I described my job, yeah, a little bit. Okay, if you don't know, my job is that I make food, right? I work in a restaurant, right? It's great. It's great. I can't cook.
That seems like a you problem, my guy.
it really does.
But that seems like a bigger problem for the company for hiring, a cook
I think
that can't cook.
You
Well,
should go,
that's on
give
them.
your therapy classes to the company. They kind of have problems in the kitchen.
Cooking class problems or therapy class problems?
I think maybe both if you could.
Yeah.
both would benefit. I think I agree.
We're
yeah.
just building a really weird new education system. I'm now thinking
I
about
like it. I think it works a lot better than our current one. I mean, stay in school, kids.
Stay in school if you want to. If you have enough independence to not, and you don't want to, do what's best for yourself. We're going on to the life advice part. Actually, we actually did. We were just on that. I know what I'm talking about. We were just on the life advice part.
I don't. Where is this going? Where is this
I
going?
don't know.
This feels a little bit more natural, like a Quibble Co episode. I'm not gonna lie. Feels
This feels more like a Discord call.
really.
I don't see any difference, to be honest.
Wait, this seems like a Discord call. No way, dude. I don't see that.
It does. Are you about to play a Discord sound or something?
Oh,
Is
no.
that why you say
Play
that
the
like
Discord. No, just play the Discord join call notification.
that? Who's here? Who else would join? Who else would join?
Fredboat.
Oh wait, Fredboat is. I
Fredboat.
don't. That's actually so rude. We've been ignoring Fredboat this whole time.
Okay, Fredboat, do you have anything to
Sorry,
say?
Fredboat.
Sorry.
All right, thank you. That was very
that was
insightful.
moving.
Fredboat's ignoring
That was
us.
moving.
That was
I'm-
very moving.
I think
I
Fredboat's
do usually
ignoring
like
us,
getting.
guys.
I don't usually like getting too serious on this podcast, but I mean, I really just gotta
did
say,
y'all hear
Fredboat, I
something?
really appreciate that message, and I think that's a great thing to bring up. So I just want to say thank you before we move on. That was.
Are y'all
Thank you.
going insane or am I going deaf?
I mean.
What do I tell? Like, can you elaborate?
I think Fredboat's ignoring us. Fred didn't say anything.
Oh no, yeah, you're kind of going insane. I don't know why you can't hear it.
Well, that's just
Yeah,
that was just
do you
neither
wanna,
of the
if you want to just
options.
like leave call and then like rejoin real quick, I think
That
it
is,
might be a
like, very
glitch
rude
thing.
of
Yeah,
you.
that would,
Okay,
if you
maybe
just-
maybe I accidentally had Fred muted. That's on me.
Okay,
Oh.
okay, there we go. That's better. That's better.
Oh crap! Ah, hold on.
Oh, that's the alarm I used to wake up when I went to Disney.
Wait,
It's
really?
time for me to wake up. Wait, did you just say you've been to Disney?
You are talking to the greatest Disney fan that's ever lived
So you've been to Disney?
many times.
Let's
Have
go.
you not been to Disney?
How
Have
was
you
it?
been to-
How was it?
It's awesome. It's so cool, except for like the heat and the long life, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Love it.
It's so cool, except for these two really big things. But
But we can ignore that. It doesn't matter.
that's fair. Disney seems like a really cool place.
Have you never been to Disney?
I might have been to Disney.
What do you mean? You might.
Why was that so cryptic?
I don't know. Might have.
Could
Oh,
have.
Fair enough.
Maybe
okay.
at some point.
At some point.
All right. I don't understand the. Okay.
Sure, fair enough.
Okay. I don't want to press you. Personal information.
My
I get it.
job
Boundaries.
now.
Boundaries.
My job now. Chaos now.
Not even okay. Look, I respect your boundaries. If you don't want to get into this, I get it's a personal topic, so I just, it's.
Yeah.
This bit is not going like I wanted it to.
What was the plan? What was the plan actually? Go
There's
ahead.
never a plan. You think there's a plan? There's no plan.
That was your first mistake, Cactus.
Why was that just an anime voice line? Why did you just throw like a villain voice line at me? That was your first mistake.
Welcome to Anime Boy.
Assuming I ever had a plan was your first mistake, Cactus.
Welcome to Anime.
Welcome to Anime Voice
Voice
Cam. I
Cam,
can do the little
baby.
the high girl anime voice.
I can't.
I can't.
I don't want to do it though.
That's fine. I just.
Yeah.
I
That's
was doing that the
I
other.
can't.
That was.
I can't. I won't.
I had so I have a public speaking course right now, right?
Mhm.
Which is great. And I was talking about like we were just me and some other like classmates. This was just kind of like independent work time. And we were talking about, how like your voice can change when you're doing public speaking and all that. And I was like, yeah, and I just said something in a weird voice and I was like, oh wait, that I had made it like a joke under my breath. I was like, that sounds like an anime voice. And then everyone around me was like, wait, what? But like these are people I know, right? So anyways, that's basically how it led to there was 20 minutes straight in my public speaking class where I was just reading out random things in an anime voice.
Nice.
In the middle of class, they were just like, "Wait, what'd you say?" And so that just evolved into me reading random
I don't think I can
poetry.
do an anime voice. I think,
Just breath.
yeah,
Just
no, I
make
don't
it
think I
breathy.
can.
Just make it breathy.
I don't want to do that though, is the
Very
thing.
breathy. Yeah.
I literally was just sitting there in the middle of class, just saying random. I think like, one of the worst part about that, I was reading
What?
The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe
Again?
as I was doing the end.
What is your obsession with the Raven?
Ah, distinctly, I remember. It was in the bleak December.
It was in the bleak December.
Why do y'all actually
The
sound like
gas.
anime characters?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You sound like you just put your hand over your face and did a dramatic, like, almost hair flip type thing.
Look, I don't know what you mean. I'm just talking in my normal voice.
This is not very plus ultra of you, Obsitee.
I hated that I understood that reference, first of all.
Why have there been like exclusively my? We don't even talk about anime here, but we've just referenced My Hero Academia. Every time we make a reference, it's always that.
It's a very popular anime, to be
No,
fair.
it is. It is very.
I mean, fair. I never watched that. I'm gonna be honest. I watched the first season. No, I watched the first season, loved it,
Anime gas.
and then on the website I was watching it on like I think it was like Funimation or something. At the time, they didn't have the other seasons unless you wanted to pay, and I was lazy, so I just stopped and then forgot about it.
See, I just forgot about it. I didn't watch it for a day. Like I had to take the day off or something, and then I just forgot it existed,
Oh.
and that's how that works.
Honestly,
I'm up to date with it.
Given the community, it's probably
Nice.
best that way.
As Mel says that she's up to date with it.
You can watch. It's a
Wow.
good show.
Wow,
But you gotta admit the fan base. The
Oh,
community.
it's awful. It's
yeah.
You can say that
Yeah.
about a lot of things.
Oh yeah. We'll not get it. I don't know what you mean though. Like, there's nothing that has a bad community. You know, like Undertale or the Lorax or.
Well,
Don't
this
bring
might
up
get
the
a bit of
Lorax.
backlash, but I was a very fan from beginning to start. No.
Beginning to start.
You were a what? fan?
A very big
Wait.
fan from beginning to start.
No, wait. Wait.
Yeah. It's good.
Okay, yes. Anyways, so I was a very big fan from start to finish of My Little Pony.
Mm.
That's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
Mhm.
show.
Yeah, I never watched that, but I've had unlimited access to the internet from a young age.
No.
So I'm just gonna sit this one out.
Yeah.
Were you in Homestuck fandom?
Look,
Cactus?
I'm
Is that what
Oh,
you just
no.
admitted
gonna be
to?
honest. I'm
Cactus.
gonna be honest. I've never I don't know what Homestuck is, and I'm so afraid to ask, and I'm just not gonna look into it. I'm so scared.
Me too.
So very scared, and I just run. Anytime I see a post with the word like Homestuck, I run, and I run.
Yeah. As
Me
you
too. It
should.
has such a reputation.
That's so true.
I don't even know what type of media it is.
I don't know. It's such just a cryptic thing. It's just one of
It's
those
just
universal.
there.
It's you see it and you just like no. It's there.
Yeah, it's just
It's
there.
always
Like,
been there.
From time to time, I'm just in the internet, the peaceful internet, and I just see Homestuck.
I'll be
And I shut
vibing.
everything off.
I'm
It
taking
still
my,
resides in
yeah.
the darkest corners.
That is
There,
true.
yeah, don't look in the darkest corners of the internet. Don't. No.
That's just life advice. We're back to the life advice.
Back to
That's
life
just
advice,
that's
guys.
just good advice.
Back to life advice. Basically, if you're under the age of 13, leave. Save
Fair
yourself
enough.
while you still can.
Yeah. Yes.
There's a reason. The reason the minimum age on most websites to have an account, is the reason why it's 13. It isn't because legal reasons. It's just because we want hope. We want y'all to keep your innocence. Just hold on to it, okay? Keep that.
You say as if anybody under 13 is watching this.
We don't know who's watching this, to be fair.
This is true.
This
Internet.
For a few years, Who knows?
Be funny. I think it'd be funny if this podcast was what blew up. Because the whole premise,
that would be really funny.
That would be really funny.
The Quibble Co.
Most of these ideas are born at 3 a.m.
I wouldn't want to blow up or get popular. Just this podcast. Just this.
I think they go hand in hand with each other.
I think they do, but I don't want the reason to be one I get famous and then it's oh, they do this thing, right? I would want it to be this gets popular and then it comes secondhand.
I'll start posting the clips on TikTok. That's where it blows up.
We could do that.
Why don't you guys have a TikTok account?
I've explained my reasoning. I'm not.
No, you haven't.
I'm not gonna make an account. I'm not gonna.
You haven't explained your reason. We've never talked about this. That's a really good idea, Mel. Actually.
Thank you.
Why aren't we making a TikTok account?
Oh, we can make one for the podcast. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about what do you think I was talking about?
What did you think?
No, I'm just saying I'm never personally.
Yeah. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna leave that there.
I'm the only one that doesn't have it, and I also have the least amount of followers or attention out of the three.
Ha!
It's very much proven to help, but I just nah.
Just ignore the algorithm. I make my own rules here.
I make my own algorithm. Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it.
We need to stop with the anime voice bit. That was awful.
I can't help myself. I'm stuck this way. Please send help.
No.
Time for the weekly bit.
I miss my family. Please help. So Mel, basically, this is it. I'm gonna just introduce you to the the most recurring bit this show has. We just gotta fill time. Yeah, we just
leaving.
Yeah, they just leave. Just leave.
I realize you can entertain without me. You are both streamers and stuff.
That's not allowed.
No, it's not allowed.
I depend on others' content.
I depend heavily
Who has told you?
The algorithm.
What?
No.
The algorithm. I thought you were just making your own algorithm.
Yeah, I thought you said to not contradict yourself.
I would never contradict myself. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You say so, I guess. If you say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but yeah.
So
the worst part about that is that expression is just an actual Canadian thing.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
That?
No, we go, yeah, no, yeah, for sure, of course, yeah, no.
I feel like that's just a human thing, because I do that as well.
Fair,
and I'm very much not Canadian.
Many people do it, but in Canada, it's just a commonplace answer is to go, yeah, no, maybe. That's a common answer, and then you go, yeah, no, for sure, and yeah, no, yeah, no,
yeah,
no,
no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no.
No.
Of course,
no, yeah,
for sure, no, of course,
no.
for sure.
No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, oh no.
Yeah, but no.
The trick to that one is whichever one repeats is the right one.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, of course.
Yeah, no.
Or the ending one, if they repeat the same amount of times.
Mm-hmm, of course, yeah, for sure, no.
I'm building an algorithm. We were just talking about algorithms.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, that, yeah, of course, that makes sense. Yeah, no, for sure.
If you say so. Yeah, sure. No.
Yeah, of course.
Why?
Well, whatever.
What did I miss? Is this just y'all not gonna explain it to me or anything, or what's happening?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
sure.
no, for sure. The more
I'd like to
questions you
introduce a
ask,
new
the
bit
further
of me crawling underneath my desk.
This feels very similar to the other recurring bit.
Except I'm still here.
Just very, very slightly muffled.
Very slight.
I'm not even under my desk. If anything, this should be less muffled.
I don't know, man. It's a Discord call.
Just
Discord.
bring your whole
Discord.
laptop underneath the desk. Just stay there.
Actually, that sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
we're doing the opposite of standing desks, guys. We're doing cave desks.
Cave desk.
Cave desk sounds very fun.
Yeah,
That
we're
is
doing
very
fort desks. We're doing fort desks.
I feel like floor desk is just floor.
No,
Floor.
no,
Floor desks.
no,
No?
No.
no.
Why not?
Yeah, just no.
You just want to contradict
Feeling
us.
desks. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
Floor
I would
desk?
say
Or like wall desk. Like door desk.
wall desk is the most
Like
cursed.
roof desk. Oh, imagine a roof desk.
We went from like actually like
desk?
feasible
Wait.
activities and then wall desk.
Roof desk.
Are we Spider-Man now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, did
Why
y'all,
did you
y'all
say
see,
that?
Wait,
did y'all
was it
see the note? Did y'all
Spider-Man?
see like Spider-Man No Way? Like,
Oh,
did
wait.
y'all?
No.
Wasn't it Spider-Man?
No, I
Anyways.
didn't.
Okay. Have y'all seen? Okay. But have y'all seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? Because this is
Yes,
an important question.
Many times.
Yes. Sorry, I
Okay.
had to
I-
remember. Listen, names are not my thing.
I kind of got scared for a second.
I was worried. Yeah.
I think that might still be one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie.
It's
It's really good. It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse,
I think that's one of my comfort movies. It's just very good.
It's very good. Yeah, it's
really
very
good.
nice. It's like I think
Yeah.
that's
Like-
the one movie where it's just a universal like yeah, it was good. I have seen very little
Yeah.
debate on that movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm not
Honestly, okay. I'm gonna say something. The way it is, both the music and the visuals, Arcane kind of reminded me of it. When I watched Arcane, I was like, huh, this is a very similar style
Yeah.
to Into the Spider-Verse.
I've never seen Arcane, but I do understand what the
Arcade is like, oh yeah, they're very similar in like that aspect of like storytelling with those like explosive visuals and like sounds and music.
Yeah, the soundtrack, the animating style in general, the like slightly 3D models, but still very much so animated.
And
So
You know,
amazing.
we never did
And the
talk about
colors.
that. We haven't talked about that yet. Like, we don't have to, but you literally do art, and you're really good at it.
You are very good at it. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, you are like it's kind of it's scary.
Did you just say ish? Because I'll fight you on this actually.
Well, thank you. I
Hey,
appreciate
we
the
only do aggressive encouragement here, okay? So
compliment. No.
It's true. It's true. Any compliments come in the form of bullying.
Please don't. I'll cry.
No,
if you
your art
compliment-
is so good.
I won't. I will
what
cry.
you're gonna cry?
I'll
What you're gonna
start
cry? You're gonna
sobbing.
cry? You're gonna cry about it? Good. That's a healthy way of expressing your emotions.
Especially if they're happiness tears.
No.
You're allowed to feel your emotions, and they're valid, okay?
Stop saying that. It's too much. It's too much.
We support you and care about your mental health.
Oh my god. No.
And
yeah,
also
you-
would really like to compliment you because you deserve it.
No, you guys have broke me. No, I am. After podcast, I'll start sobbing.
Well, Bell, I guess.
Well,
I'll go desk cave now.
that's game.
Let's go, another one. Cactus, join us. Join
No.
us, Cactus.
No.
Join us.
Cactus,
No.
join us. Join us. Join
No,
us,
despite
Cactus.
being the most like goblinish person here, I'm not going to.
Well, that's debatable.
It's true. There are just many cryptic, people here.
I am described as goblinish. A lot.
Goblin-esque,
I'm a goblin, but
Goblin
in like size.
and gremlin.
I'm like, the LaCroix version of a goblin.
I'm just imagining people describing you the way that they describe LaCroix. A goblin walked past him once.
Like
Oh
what was briefly in the vicinity of a goblin.
Maybe shook hands with a goblin like 5 years ago, and then immediately used hand sanitizer, but didn't get it all off because it only kills 99% of the germs.
And man, everyone, I think there are so many universal just truths, and they're not everyone agrees, but like it's kind of
Make
nice
space.
sometimes.
That
It's
makes
like
them
LaCroix, like
not
LaCroix.
universal.
Yeah, but like, okay, the term universal doesn't exist. It's not valid. Like, it's not if you want to go very hard in this definition.
I don't want to get into that. I'm too tired to think, alright?
But anyway, I love that's because that's one of them. Like, there's a few, like Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse is just a good movie. LaCroix sucks.
I've never had a LaCroix.
LaCroix?
It tastes horrible.
Ew.
LaCroix?
The croc.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop that.
Yo, dude, you trying to grab LaCroix?
Hey, yo, Crocs?
You guys are making me cry.
Are you going further down cave desk?
Yeah.
Going
I'm gonna start
trying to-
digging.
Dude,
Hand
I'm
me
just
my
trying to drink some
shovels.
LaCroixes with the boys.
That was
LaCroix.
awful.
LaCroixers?
No. No, I think it's time for you to go to cave desk, Cactus.
Yeah,
You-
yeah.
You've got bottom rock.
Or you could do the bit for once and just leave.
See, I could. I could here
You
actually
should.
You should, yeah.
You should do that.
All right.
You leaving? Okay, good. I think they're gone. Hello, Mellovogscookie. How are you doing today? How are you doing today, Mellovogscookie?
Obsitee, I'm good. How about you? How are you, Obsitee?
I am doing very good. I may be slightly sick, but I am doing very good.
Oh, Obsitee, I'm glad, Obsitee.
I'm good. I'm glad you are also good.
Obsitee.
What is your second favorite cookie, Mellovogscookie?
What? What, Obsitee?
What?
What'd you say?
What is your second favorite cookie, Mellovogscookie?
Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, shoot.
Oreos.
No.
No.
Okay, they're good, but they're not the best.
I can't even think about eating Oreos because of that promise I made. That I can't think about.
What?
I made a promise on the last episode that if we hit 1,000 subscribers, I would eat 1,000 Oreos, and it haunts me.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, there's like an off-brand Colombian Oreos.
There is an off-brand version
they any
here, and I hate the name so much. It's so uncomfortable.
I feel like there's gonna be an off-brand version pretty much everywhere you go.
No,
Yeah.
there will be, but it's the one that like I see the most here it's so uncomfortable. It's so
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Good.
Just you keep that information to yourself.
Yeah.
It's something.
It's
The
something.
very soft yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're back to Finding Nemo. This is wonderful.
Wait, what?
When did we get to
How?
Finding Nemo?
Yeah, when did we get there? Hold up.
I don't remember what the word was the first time, but it always goes back to us just repeating words at each other, like the seagulls saying
Finding
mine.
Nemo. Finding Marlin. Finding Dora.
Finding Dora?
Finding Dora. Can you see donde está Dora?
Yeah, I can. I can. You know, that always bugged me.
Wait, what
when
did
you're
you
Dora.
just say? Have you seen Donde está Dora?
Yeah, wait, hold up.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah, actually, that's fair.
Okay. How
You
does
seem
that?
very disturbed by this.
What?
You just sounded very off-put by that.
Like,
I'm just
donde?
confused.
What's donde? My 5%
I'm-
of Spanish has dropped down to 1.
¿Cómo se dice? That's all
Come
I
on,
really
go
remember.
on,
from
go
saying it.
on.
That's all I remember. I'm not gonna lie. I know how to ask for like,
¿Cómo
can I
se
go to the
dice?
bathroom? And then ¿cómo se dice?
¿Cómo se dice what?
¿Cómo se dice?
No, that's just
help?
it. That's just it.
¿Cómo se dice help?
I'm gonna.
Ayuda. Obsitee. You say ayuda.
Adula?
No, I don't think that was.
Ayuda with
I don't think that was.
AYUDA.
You are cutting out a lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
no.
think it's
Enough to get the general gist, but not enough to get pronunciation of words.
okay. Repeat after me. A
Ah,
Ju
do.
Ju
You're gonna have to say that one again.
Ju.
Ju.
Da.
Da.
Ayuda. Go on.
Aduduja.
Well, that was a good try. You know, you're getting there.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so good at this.
I would chime in, but my accent is so bad. I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
It's really not.
It's pretty
really
bad.
Not. It's really not.
It's pretty
that
bad though. It's just
really
the
not.
thing is that it's a French accent. Like it's just a French which is not good.
But at
Make
least it's
it not a French accent then.
No, but my
Yeah.
brain defaults anytime I speak any language, like even no matter what language it is, unless I'm very actively trying to like try and mimic someone's accent, it defaults. It's
Remembering
just
that
French.
one time I said K instead of qua in French class.
I remember that one time I doxed myself because I introduced myself in Spanish.
Oh my god.
I was okay. It wasn't with anyone. It wasn't recorded. It wasn't anywhere like that. Basically, I was talking to some people though. Just like it was on like a Minecraft server. We were all on, right? It was fun. I really like that server. Anyways, we were all talking, right? And I was with people I'd kind of just met, and that we were talking about school. And they're like, "Oh, what classes do you have?" And I had Spanish at that time. And so we were talking about it, and it's like, "Yeah, it's Spanish." I'm like, "What? Do you know much?" I'm like, "No, dude, I know nothing." It's like, "Okay, introduce yourself, right?" And so I did. They're like, all right. I'm like, all I really know how to say is, and then I did the introduce myself. But I forgot to say cactus, and I just said my normal name.
Hey.
No.
I was talking to people, I was like, oh yeah, so it's like meow, and then I just said my actual name, and I was like, oh.
Imagine
wait,
having a normal name. Imagine.
Do you
Couldn't
just
be
not
me.
have one?
I don't. Mm-mm.
Just none.
No, I don't have a normal name.
Fair.
It's
feel like that-
it's the non-binary.
What?
Because the non-binary stereotype is to have a really weird name.
I'm gonna be honest, I just did not hear what you said.
Okay, I've forgotten what I
Okay.
said already.
Great.
Hey, my name is Mal.
Yeah, fair.
Carmo.
Hi.
I'm gonna call you Carmel from now on.
Caramel.
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 Caramel cookie.
Caramel. Caramel.
Hello,
How do you pronounce
welcome
it? How do
to
you
the
pronounce
bar.
Caramel.
It's me, Caramel Cookie. What can I get for y'all?
Is that a southern accent thing? I see
I don't
debates all over
know.
the place.
I don't know what I just did there. I don't know. It's an accent for sure. Which one?
That was
Caramel?
an accent.
Caramel.
Caramel.
It's pronounced.
It's
I pronounce
caramel.
it both
It's caramel.
ways.
It's caramel.
It's
It's
caramel.
It's caramel.
It's caramel.
I have.
Okay.
It's been so long since I had caramel though. I'm not even gonna lie. It's been
That's
so long.
a you problem.
Didn't you just have stroopwafels?
Oh wait, those do have that in there, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
You. It's not been a long time since you've had caramel.
Yeah.
I don't look up what's in these. I just know that they taste good, so I get them.
Ooh.
I've just been told we're having caramel. I'm gonna go now. Because
No.
I value caramel above this podcast. Caramel.
This
Sorry.
doesn't even have caramel in it. This doesn't even
Caramel.
have caramel in. I was lied to.
Caramelo.
Ha, ha. What?
It just has glucose syrup. I was so lied to. I feel so betrayed.
Glucose.
Rip. And on this lovely betrayal,
You're just
is this a
gonna
good
head
note
out?
to end on?
You're just gonna head out. You're just
Yes.
gonna leave like that.
Yeah,
You're just gonna
Oh.
leave the band like
it's
that.
caramel. It's caramel.
Caramel.
You're out of the dude. You're out of the
Cat-
band, dude. You're out of the band.
Caramel.
Okay, at least I'm still favorite puppy. All right.
Oh god.
Uh-huh.
Oh god. Oh
Uh-huh.
god.
I think I'm missing something here.
No. No.
It
Oh,
is a
God.
reference to another podcast that
Oh.
is Chuckle Sandwich,
Oh.
hosted by Ted
no.
Nivison, Charlie
Yeah.
Slimecicle,
God.
and Jameson
yeah.
Jschlatt.
I got it now. I got it. You don't have
God.
to elaborate
Just-
more.
Just,
you
oh,
got it.
Okay.
no.
Okay.
No.
I'm really tempted to do my end for a stream. But yeah, this is.
Oh wait, we should all just okay.
enjoy it.
You want to do
I
a
hope
three
y'all
little
enjoy.
3, 2, 1 count? Oh wait, before. Mel.
What?
Yeah.
If people, where can people find you? Before.
Me.
Oh yeah.
Twitch, Twitter, every YouTube, TikTok, every social media ever. Mellovogscookie.
All right.
Double L.
Links in description.
Links in
Links in
description. Links will be in
description.
description. Link is also normally in description because you did some really cool art for just the channel. So your Twitter link has been in the description for a while. But yes, all
Haha.
links will be in the description below. And I think to end off, we should just y'all have a stream outro, right? Like just something you would
I don't.
like just something you would normally say at the end of a stream, like basics sort of, just like, bye.
Bye bye.
All right. I think we all gotta like
We
whatever.
gotta
I
do
would
it.
normally just be
We
like,
gotta do it.
all right, thank you so much for all that that sort of thing you do at the end
Uh-huh.
right before you end. Okay, so I'm gonna count down from 3, and I think we should just go.
We all use Mel's outro.
No, we all just do your own outro. Everyone does their own outro. Just
At the same time.
yeah.
Okay, I like it. All right.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
I
Alright
hope
guys,
y'all
thank you
had a
so
really
much for
good
coming to the
outro.
stream. I love
Tune in
appreciate you
next
all very
week.
much. Make sure you take care of yourself.
Bye.
Everyone appreciate
Goodbye.
all of you.
Until
Even
next
if you
time.
don't know that.
Bye.
Or know that,
Bye.
thank you so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next
Bye,
one. Bye.